Titan Game Day. We're here shooting from the Chase Neary Side Super Bowl Legacy Center, and we are here to talk about a landmark year filled with milestones for the Titan boys basketball team. I'm going to open it up to you, Ryan. Let's hear about it.
Well, first of all, number one, Tech is ranked number one in 4A for the first time in not history. Second of all, Coach Delaney got his 100th win in his career. Third, Trey Lyles, thousandth point as a Titan.
Alrighty, well, sounds like a ton of landmarks. How's our record looking?
We are 10-1 right now, 13-1, excuse me. Dominating the IPSAC conference and also the state, winning a lot of close games, beating Cathedral twice, which is good for the Titan basketball team. Now,
I think it's been a great year so far. Had a lot of expectations, and they proved that they are going to be one of the good teams in the state this year.
so how do you guys feel about Tech now? Because in the beginning of the season, we came in as the underdog, right? And now, as we've gotten better in the season, more expectations are coming on to us. How do you think that we can handle that?
Yeah, I've seen mixed. You know, we've definitely gone into the Cathedral games with a lot of hype behind it, and we've handled ourselves very well. And then so often it's the little guys that always end up scaring me the most, like little Brebeuf. You know, you think that'd be an easy win, and then we show up overconfident, and they got us. You know, so.
Well, I personally feel like we didn't come to the season as an underdog at all. I feel like with Trey Lyles coming in as a junior, like he's one of the older players on the team now.
Yeah, he has to take
he's
more
coming
leadership
in
role.
with leadership roles, and I feel like a lot of our players have grown a lot with Mikey the senior, Jeremy Tyler. So I feel like we're not the underdog. Or if you ask this team or Coach Delaney or a lot of the people here, we didn't feel like an underdog at all. And like you said, we came to these Cathedral games expecting to win, and I think we expected a lot of ourselves.
All right, Donald, we came into the same class as Trey, right?
Yes.
Known since he was a freshman. Can you kind of talk about the growth of Trey Lyles as he progressed in his career?
When he first got here, he was really kind of big-headed, you know, just thinking he was going to play with talent. But as he got older, he started to work more on his game, started to play more with his teammates, become one of the better leaders that we have here, and a real good team player.
I think especially something that's grown for Trey is defense. I mean, he's always been able to score with his height and his strength, but he's really like especially in this city tournament, he's been playing great defense, blocking shots, just guarding the rim. So I think it's a big improvement.
To me, in my opinion, I believe Coach Delaney has came to Tech and changed the culture. Before we were known as a pretty boy team in IPS, not a team to get down on the ground, play tough defense. Now him bringing in that defensive culture, putting more size in the paint, I think we have kind of developed a more smash mouth style of basketball, going to trade more, and I think the growth of CJ Walker kind of helped us too.
Yeah, I've been impressed with him this year. He really stepped up. Hasn't played scared enough. He's been a good leader too on the team.
I think also with the growth of the program, we've seen the growth of the Titan fandom grow. You look at pictures, you look at film of games from 4 years ago, and you see an empty stadium or empty stands. Nobody's there. And when you go to a game now, you can't hardly hear the person next to you. It's so full, so loud.
Green swagger.
There you go. Let's look ahead. City tournament's coming up. When was the last time we won a city tournament?
91, that's 20 years. It's a long time. Most of the kids on the team wasn't born, so they can make their own legacy.
All right, well, let's send it over to the Titan Game Day City Tournament bracket analysis. Going to you.
All right, Donald, we made it to the Final Four here. See, we have Tech, Royal Whirlpool, Cathedral, Northwest. How have you seen the tournament turning out so far?
Very one-sided, and all the number one seeds are really taking care of business. I don't see any surprises, and I think that will continue throughout the tournament.
So have you seen that, how you feel about this Tech versus Manual victory here?
I expected that. I thought they were going to win by
Expected
more.
blowout?
Yeah, I thought they were going to win by at least 70.
Yeah, I believe Tech was pretty much the strongest team in the tournament.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that we are the number one seed. How about, have you been impressed with Cathedral's performance?
Not really, because they haven't played anybody that really can challenge them yet. But this Northwest game is going to be very interesting, though, coming up in the semifinals.
So why would you say that, though?
Because Northwest, they can almost equal the talent of Cathedral, but Cathedral has more experience.
How can you say that with a 4-4 record?
But they played us very well. They pushed us to overtime.
So you're saying basically if they push Tech to the limit, they can push Cathedral to the limit?
Yeah, and maybe beat them. Because we beat Cathedral twice.
It makes sense, though.
It does make sense.
Okay, well, so you got to make a prediction. What would it be? Here, go ahead.
I'll move Cathedral right here.
And who you got coming out the?
Of course, Tech. Ripple's not going to beat us. They have no chance.
Why you say Ripple got a chance?
They don't have any talent. They don't have no Ron
Look at this.
Patterson or nobody like that.
But they know how to win games, though.
But so does the Titans. They beat Cathedral twice in 2 close games.
Yeah, I'm talking about as far as the tournament goes, though. Robert was coming out 2 close games. Look at this.
But they don't have any talent. They're not going to beat.
All
And
right.
if Tech shows up, they're really not.
Okay, so Monday, who you got winning between Cathedral and Tech?
Going to have to go with the Titans again.
Of course, another biased opinion from the great Donald Moses. Okay,
Not
contrary to your,
biased.
to your beliefs, I don't have that happening. Okay, let's see. Am I doing this right here? All right. Okay, first game, the Northwest and Cathedral game. Okay, now, of course, their record is 4-4. But
Yes.
like you said, they did play us tight, and the game went to overtime. I like Northwest, like the roster, also like Harris Brown, their top scorer.
Special player.
That's why I got Northwest in the upset. So went ahead and put the NW there. And the Tech and River game, I also get your decision of Tech winning, but for different reasons. I believe that the inside of Trey Lyles and Mike Jones, also Deion Williams is coming along in the tournament. I believe that they could pull out the victory.
Only if Jeremy Tyler plays am I picking Tech over Cathedral.
Well, you had your chance. Okay, so in the rematch, Tech and Northwest. The last game went overtime. This time the game is back at Tech.
Dominant performance by Tech,
I'm
Trey
looking.
Lyles, and Jeremy and Mikey.
If Tech can somehow take Harris Brown out the game, and also
They held him to 13 points last game.
yeah, I know, but it's not. He's a great player. You can't.
Yeah.
You're gonna contain him. Can't stop him. And if they also contain Mike Brown, I believe they could pull out the victory. But no, I'm going to go with Tech.
Yeah, don't do it to yourself.
Here we go. All right.
All right, here we are, the final 4 of the City Tournament. Tech, Ripple, Cathedral, and Northwest. All right, what do you think, Jacob?
I don't know. We've seen, on one hand, we've seen some very close games from some teams that are not quite as sharp, like Broad Ripple. They've made it all the way through, but it hasn't been easy for them. And then we have teams like Cathedral and Tech that have just been blowing out constantly and consistently.
Yeah. For me, it was nice to see us blow out Manual, just a school I don't really like, and Cecina, a team that I really do not like. So those blowouts were nice to see. And it's nice to see Broad Ripple kind of struggle a little bit, and so that makes me confident about the next game for Tech. But it's also surprising, for me at least, to see Northwest scoring as much as they have against teams that I wouldn't think would actually just roll over like this. And I think they give them pretty competitive games.
It's an interesting setup. It's going to be a fun round of semifinals to see Northwest go against Cathedral, because I think that Northwest poses a credible challenge to Cathedral, just like Tech has consistently. So I think that we're going to see a close competition for that championship spot.
Yeah, definitely. Northwest definitely has the talent to beat Cathedral, but I think Cathedral has the fundamentals and just the experience of big games every year, and they just play tougher competition, and so I think that's going to be critical. So predictions, obviously, like I have Tech winning here because I mean, Broad Ripple's played tough so far, but I don't see Broad Ripple having the talent,
I agree.
the skill,
I agree.
chemistry, anything. And I'm going to have to go with Cathedral here because I just think they're much more fundamentally sound. I think they have more depth, and I think Northwest is heavy on stars and not team play.
All right, well, let's give the board a spin and let's see who's going to win the whole show.
Okay. On Monday, big game, Tech Cathedral, third matchup of the season, round 3, heavyweight fight, and I have Tech winning it all.
Woo!
Here we go. Stay tuned. Titan Game Day. We'll be right back. So now we're back to talk about the keys to the remainder of the city tournament.
Final 4. Alright, so right now it's Tech, Ripple, Northwest, and Cathedral. Alright, game number 1 is Cathedral and Northwest. To me, I got Northwest winning it. I believe talent will prevail. Also, I think they're growing discipline as a team. And I think that their players, personally, they're really Harris Brown will step up and have a big game.
I think Cathedral will beat Northwest, but I think Northwest is going to be a team to come up in their own class. So, but the Cathedral game will help them in the future, but not right now. I think Cathedral is too good.
Well, I agree with you, Donald. I think Cathedral, they have the experience in this type of game with the season on the line. Not now, but like they played state championships past. And so I think they have just the seniority and the composure to knock out this Northwest.
And I think Jalen Combs is going to outplay Harris Brown in that game. Yeah.
I think Northwest wants it more, and I think that typically whoever wants it more is going to get it when it's a close game. And so I think Northwest will take it. But the question is, from a Titan perspective, who would we rather face off in the championship?
I want to see them play Cathedral again, because this time they have Colin Hartman, who hasn't played in the last 2 games.
A lot of people are saying
a lot of people are saying that's the reason.
Titans have been
On
beat.
Twitter and stuff saying that's the reason why we beat them.
So if we beat them with their top gun,
I think
we really are the top.
Yeah, but think about it. Think we had to face Northwest. They took us into overtime last time.
But that would be a challenge. We already beat them.
No, but if that were a team that could sneak up on us and actually pull one out, it would be Northwest.
Okay, but still, I'd rather see Cathedral, because that'd be better for our team going on. Because we already know we can beat Northwest at full strength. We haven't played Cathedral with Colin Hartman this year yet.
I personally feel like we have a better chance of beating Northwest, but like I said, that's a team that could sneak up on us. But that's the thing, they can sneak up on us. They're not like a threat in our eyes. But then with Cathedral, it also would be nice to see us silence the critics.
I think personally, I think Tech wants to play Cathedral.
They do.
I think they really do want to play.
Hypothetically, we play Cathedral with their top gun,
Yeah, they
and
want
we
this.
lose.
Yeah, they want.
If we lose, does that delegitimize our previous victories over them?
No.
I think the Titans take a step back and realize what they have to do to next time.
Yeah.
I don't think you can take away those 2 victories. Those are 2 big victories. All right, you can't just take away. I mean, like I'm pretty sure Cathedral wouldn't give the excuse that just because we have our best player is what we lost. I don't think they're saying that.
Just everybody else is saying that, and I'm sure the Titans know that too.
Yeah.
That they haven't beat that team.
That's why I think they want to play. I think that Northwest will beat Cathedral. It's kind of,
I understand where you're coming from.
I'll
It will be a tough matchup, but I don't think they're going to beat Cathedral.
Okay. Well, before we even get to that stage where we have to worry about either Northwest or Cathedral, we have to advance out of semifinals. So how's that game going to look for us?
Well, as I said earlier in my bracket, I believe our inside game is too much borrowed to him. I've seen their center. I've met him a while back in his middle school days. He's about 6'3", 6'4"-ish. Trey's 6'9". Okay, Rashawn Richardson 6'6". Deion Williams 6'7". I mean, these are all tall guys. They're bigger and more skillful and talented.
And I think the Titans will show up, because that's a rivalry game. Even though they don't have Ron Patterson or anybody like that no more, it's still a rivalry.
Yeah, it's still Tech and rivalry.
They'll probably play up for that game, unlike they did with Rebuff. But I think they'll play up for that game and they'll beat them handily.
Absolutely. They've put out NBA players. They've got a rich history at that school of basketball, and I think it'll be a great game.
I agree with Charles. I was at the first half of the Brotherhood Char game, and I was just watching the play, and it stood out to me that they lacked the size to be able to stop our big men.
They got a lot of size inside. If you can't rebound the ball against the Titans, if you can't rebound the ball against anybody, you're not gonna win a lot of games. You can't be small on the front.
They don't have any LeBron and Dwayne Wade.
You can't.
Like,
You gotta have size. You want to win championships. Size wins championships.
We have Trey Lyles, Rashawn,
Mike. We got like everybody's like over 6'5".
Jeremy's.
They all crash
tall
tall.
for a guard. And we have height all the way down.
Versatility. We have a lot of weapons.
Well, I think we can all agree that it's going to be a very close set of games, but I'm hoping that the Titans pull out. And with that, I say good luck to the Titans, and we'll take it away.